Well, I've finally found somewhere to stay. Um, it's more of a sort of like holiday home rental thing, but it'll do. It's comfier than the office. So, yeah, at least that's sorted now. And it's not too expensive. So, home sweet home. Now, today we have a game against Start, which we will start with, and then a cup game against Lillestrøm, who the fans really want us to beat. So I don't fancy our chances. They are higher division, so not sure we'll make it. But um, we'll have a go, and any minute now you'll see how things have been going in the league and whether or not we're still perfect. Right, well, as you can see, we are a long way clear at the top. 15-point lead, game in hand. Start are doing okay, they need the points. As for whether we're still perfect or not, no, we aren't. Sadly, we lost our perfect record very shortly after you last saw us. We beat Skyd 2-0, then we got beaten by Raufoss. We just didn't show up for about the first hour. I don't know what happened. I seem to remember, well, I mean, one of their goals was a penalty, another one was a set piece, and I seem to remember the third one was a ridiculous effort. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a terrible goal to concede. Since when, though, we have been unbeaten. The cup game against Bratvorg was, again, another one where the second string just really didn't show up. It went all the way to penalties. Yeah, it was not a good performance. The next round was good. Raufoss, who are obviously the only team to have beaten us this season, and we just destroyed them 3-0. Second half, all the goals within, well, as you can see there, 3 goals in 8 minutes. I mean, we outplayed them in the first half, didn't score, did them in the second. A couple of disappointing results. Fredrikstad we should have beaten, but we just couldn't score. We had an XG of about 2.5. Sondal we should have beaten. We took the lead 2 minutes from time and then conceded a penalty in the 93rd minute. And their goal in the first minute, which was literally in the first few seconds, it was a highlight straight from the kick-off. They lumped a ball forward and our infuriating goalkeeper came out, got possession of the ball quite happily, and then lumped it into the middle of the pitch straight to one of their players, who then just fired it back into the massively empty net because he was like 15 yards off to the side of his goal when he lumped it forward. So yeah, that was a painful one to watch roll in. And I am seriously having thoughts about trying to replace him. I haven't found anyone who's really better at the moment, not sort of clearly better. And I'm just wondering if we might have more luck with that after we get promoted, which we really should do at this point. But as you can see today, we are away to Start, and then we've got home Lillestrøm in the cup. So, without any further messing about, let's get on with it. Let's see if this lot are as camera shy. I mean, to be fair, so far you've seen them score lots and lots of goals. I do keep tinkering with the lineup. And amazingly, I am actually putting Runa Hover in for a rare outing. Doesn't normally get in the side because he annoyed me so much by deciding to retire. And if you're wondering what's different, you'll notice obviously that the hat is gone because my hair is now a respectable length. And I'm sure my mother will be absolutely delighted to see it. And basically I'm just going to have to, well, I mean, I could put the hat back on, I suppose, if I get fed up with seeing my own bald spot on the top of my head every time I hang my head in frustration. I mean, ideally it would be nice if the players didn't give me anything to hang my head about, so I wouldn't have to see it then. But, you know, that's too much to ask, probably. Is anything actually going to happen in this highlight? I know that's tempting fate and asking them to just belt one in. Oh yeah, there we go. It's oi, put it wide, but it's the old. It's good to see the old tackle through ball is still there. Wouldn't want to play a football manager without that as an option. Oh, well done, boys. Right, brilliant. Not not content with setting up their chances, you've decided to just not mark people as well. Marvellous. Loving your style. Try not to do it again. Right, why aren't we creating anything? Why are we doing absolutely nothing? Right, I'm going to have to shout and demand more and go attacking now. I know it's early, but I mean, we've literally done nothing for 20 minutes. Still not a shot, boys. Oh, you are going to get shouted at half time. I mean, seriously, that is pathetic. Throw the water bottle, what the bloody hell was that? Get back out of my sight. You haven't done anything by 60 minutes, there's going to be a quintuple substitution. Brilliant, well done. Oh my god. See, this is kind of what they did against Raufoss in the one game we did lose. They just basically decided, no, that's it, not playing today. Stuff you. Right, okay. How many of you are playing really very badly? Most of you. Brilliant. Right, Onyango. Get on there. Finner, you're having one of your terrible days. Get off. Skarnes, get off. Moberg, get off. And if I had a right back, I'll take you off as well, Blomberg. But right, well, just a quadruple substitution this time then, and demand more, because I could hardly get less, could I? I mean, to be fair, they have done nothing. Basically, they scored that goal. This has been a terrible game. Still, it's not going to be a long episode, is it? Well, it might be, because Lillestrøm will probably stick about 7 past us on this showing. Well, absolutely pathetic. Right, you're getting another water ball thrown at you now. Come at me with the complaints about the way I deal with you. I'll force you to sit there and watch that entire game again. Over and over. Until you die of boredom, because nothing happened. Right, well, we're back for the cup. I've just been informed that both the board and the supporters are expecting a win from this game, which seems foolhardily optimistic given our last performance and the fact Lillestrøm are 5th in the top flight. I don't know how much they think home advantage is going to count for, but it's going to have to be a hell of a lot. Oh, just in case anyone was wondering, I know I mentioned that I was going to come back around then because the transfer window would be open. We've done no business. Basically because I have to sell someone to get anyone else in the squad, because we've got the maximum of 25 players registered. And unless I get rid of one of them, anyone I sign can't be registered, so there's not much point signing anyone. And it's not like at this level, despite our last performance, I use the word generously, that we just don't really need anyone. And I want to wait until we've been promoted, which with a 15-point lead and 9 games to play, we bloody well better be. And then see what sort of budgets I've got to work with then, because we are as well basically up against it on wage budget, and we've got almost no money to actually sign anyone with anyway. So I mean, we have been getting the occasional bid for our players, but no one seems to want to give me the money I want for them. So, and fortunately, none of them are kicking off too much about being upset that they can't go. Right, now, let's talk about the fans in this one, because this is important to the fans, because it's specifically, this is one of the teams in their list of, if we meet them, we want to do well. Obviously, we are going to have to buck our ideas up. Well, we already had a shot, which is, you know, an hour earlier than last time. Right, let's throw out a bit of encouragement. There are quite a few changes. Most of them based on fitness, some of them based on you were terrible, you're not playing this week. They are dominating the game. I honestly don't know what the fans think they're on about. I mean, all the board, for that matter, are expecting a win. I just don't see it. We clearly should not be as good as Lillestrøm. But you know, I mean, we'll fight the good fight, but I don't know why they're expecting a win. I know we're doing very well in our division, but that's not the same as doing very well in the division above, is it? Which Lillestrøm are. I mean, they're a few points off the pace, but they're still fifth and in contention for Europe. Krona, who missed the last game because he was suspended, which probably didn't help matters. Oh, hello, Matthias Rasmussen, with his first of the season. Well, that'll send the fans wild. Good lord. Picked out by Krona and fires it in, and the keeper, I think he might have got a touch to that, but just enough to push it into the side netting inside his own net. It's nearly 17,000 here. This definitely is a big game for the fans. And amazingly, we lead at half time, and we are dominating possession. Right, let's try and kick up a gear and yeah, right, come on. Now Skovgaard's not exactly playing well. Hegebo's not playing well, nor's Hansen. Give them a few minutes to buck their ideas up, but I seem to remember at the start of the season, they were aiming for us to reach the quarterfinals, which if we won this, we would be in. And then it sort of changed to kind of do ourselves justice or something like that. I can't remember the exact wording, but right now, Rune Hover, you played well in the last game, and you are supposed to be good. Just your early retirement has really niggled. Right, let's see if Bård Finner can have one of his better games today, and Moberg. Right, there we go, triple substitution. Take off the ones who are not performing properly. Okay, I don't care about this, whether he's going to get suspended. We've got Muller Wolf, who can play second division games perfectly well. Alright, yeah, Rash has come back in and replaced Mura in that midfield. I mean, it may well be that Mura was probably actually not tremendously fit, but I'm hoping Rash will do it. Oh my, it's in! Vegard Moberg, who hasn't scored for ages. I got a message saying he vowed to end his goal drought, and now he bally well has. Right, okay, well let's skip that, and now I'm going to drop this back to balanced, and we are going to start time wasting the heck out of this thing. I mean, we have dominated the second half. It looks like that half-time team talk really inspired the boys. I mean, are we this good? In which case, why do we play so badly against second division opposition sometimes? Oh, Moberg fires it wide. Apparently he was onside. Right, let's dish out a bit of praise. They don't get that from me very often. Rasmussen, well, you can stick it out. Well, cup quarterfinals, lads. As you could tell from the way I started talking about this game, I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, wow. Yep, that was an excellent win. I'm going to go even further than that. Some of you didn't play well, but those of you who didn't play well got your backsides hauled off the pitch after an hour, didn't you? So, well, see, I mean, that sums football up in a nutshell, though, doesn't it? Didn't turn up at all against, like, sort of I don't know if they were exactly fifth, but around sort of fifth or sixth place in our own division, and then completely outplay fifth place in the division above. It makes no sense. Right, now the draw for the quarterfinals has been done, and oh good, we've got mould. It's never a good thing, no matter how you say it. Well, I don't think we will come back for that. It's a little bit too soon. And I think the next episode probably will be, I mean, might get some cup action if we miracle our way past mould as well. Basically, I will be recording every game that could win us promotion. What you will see is the first one that does, because otherwise there's not much point. And then, if it's not that game, the last game of the season as well. And or any cup shenanigans that might be in there. I mean, there's a possible semi-final and a final out there waiting for us, assuming we can somehow get past mould. But that's basically the plan. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but I suppose we could afford the league defeat, and it's a good cup win against the team the fans consider rivals. So, and we're into the quarterfinal where they originally wanted us to be. So I shouldn't complain, even though I probably will. So, with that said, thank you very much for joining me. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.